Hope all you are well in this pandemic situation. This is Tanya Afroz, lecturer, Department of Agriculture, Milestone College, Uttara, Dhaka. Let's start today's lecture. Today we are going to discuss about chapter 1 section 6, which is supplementary feed for fish. After completing this chapter, we can easily learn about importance of supplementary feed for fish, origin of supplementary fish, preparation method for supplementary feed for fish, preparation method of supplementary feed for livestock. Let's start today's lecture. Introduction and importance of supplementary feed for fish. Before knowing the introduction and importance of supplementary feed for fish, we are going to learn about what is supplementary feed. Availability of different nutrients like protein, fat or oil, carbohydrate, mineral, vitamins must have been extra feed as in required. The supplementary feed, which is keeping all nutrient prepared in required level, known as balanced supplementary feed. Now we are going to discuss about importance of supplementary feed for fish. Phytoplankton are microscopic plants, zooplankton are microscopic animals, Khudi hyacinth, small aquatic insect, insect of bottom layer of the pond, larvae, earthworm, small snails, oyster, dead organic material, etc. from natural environment of the pond are taken by fishes as feed for physical growth and their living. But the fries are released in the pond with high density to get more production in fish culture. In this situation, only natural feeds are not sufficient for rapid growth of the fish and production with economic benefits. Even it will not be sufficient for increasing natural feed by applying fertilizer. For this reason, additional food from outside sources should be provided along with natural feed. This is called additional feed, such as rice polish, mustard well cake, fish meal, etc. As grass carp and shortputty are vegetarian, they can provide khudi hyacinth, kuti hyacinth, soft leaves of vegetables and grass as extra feed in the pond. Availability of different nutrients like protein, fat or oil, carbohydrate, minerals, vitamin must have in extra feed as is required. The supplementary feed, which is keeping all the nutrient prepared in the required level, known as balanced supplementary feed. Now we are going to discuss about sources of supplementary feed for fish. A variety of feed ingredients is used to prepare supplementary feed for fish. The ingredients can be divided into two groups on the basis of sources such as plant origin, animal origin. Some examples are given below. First one is plant origin. Some remarkable ingredients of animal origin are rice polish, wheat or pulse bran fine, mustard well cake, sesame well cake, wheat flour, molasses, khudi hyacinth, leftover of kitchen, various soft leaves like sweet pumpkin, banana leaves, cabbage, etc. Next one is animal origin. Some ingredient of animal origin are fish meal, silkworm meal, shrimp meal, crab meal, bone meal, flesh or of snails, blood meal, etc. Advantages of supplementary feed. Fries with high density and adult fish can be cultured if provided supplementary feed regularly. Big size healthy fries can be produced within the short period. Availability of fries is increased. Disease resistance of fishes is increased. Body of fish grows rapidly. Fries are free from nutrient deficiency disease. As a whole, it is possible to get more fish and economic benefits from the water body within the short period of time. to discuss about most important topics of this chapter is nutrient requirement of fish and supplementary feed chart. After completing this discussion, we can easily calculate how much supplementary feed needed for our fish. Requirement of feed and nutrition may be varied on the basis of fish species, age, and size. According to species, supplementary feed should be provided at the rate of 10 to 20% of the body weight for fry, 5 to 10% for fingerlings, and 3 to 5% for adult fish. It is necessary to present various nutrients in the fish feed for healthy fish and their rapid bodily growth. Out of this ingredient, protein is important and valuable. It should be available enough in feed. That's why nutrient requirement of fish means mainly their protein requirement. Nutrients like carbohydrate, oil, and minerals are more or less available in the ingredients used in fish feed. If protein requirement is met up in feed, other nutrient in feed will not fall short. According to species and different stages of life cycle, protein requirement will be 20 to 30% for carp or reef fish, 30 to 45% for shrimp, 35 to 45% for catfish or magur. When the fish production is continued in a pond by providing supplementary feed, amount of feed consumed by fish and amount of fish produced can be calculated by determination of feed conversion ratio or FCR. By this way, which feed is better can be evaluated by FCR comparing with the different feeds. FCR may be defined as the ratio of feed supply and the bodily growth of animal after feed consumption. Therefore, amount in kg of feed provided for getting 1 kg body weight of fish is meant feed conversion ratio. And we can calculate the feed conversion ratio following using the following formula, that is FCR equal to supplied feed for fish divided by bodily growth, where bodily growth equals to total weight during harvesting fish minus total weight during stocking fry. Here we are going to discussing an example of finding FCR value. For example, some fries of total 1 kg body weight are released in a pond by providing regular feed at the time of harvesting after 6 months. Total 15 kg fishes are obtained. A total 21 kg feed has been supplied to the fish during the last 6 months. Adding this amount of bodily growth and supplied feed for fish, we get the FCR value, which is FCR equals to 21. 21 is the total feed has been supplied to the fish during the last 6 months, divided by 15 minus 1, where 15 is total weight during harvesting fish and 1 is total weight during stocking, and the result of FCR will be 1.5. So when FCR value is we must know that FCR value is always higher than 1. Now we are going to discuss about preparation method for supplementary feed for fish. At first, good quality specific feed ingredients should be collected. If necessary, ingredients can be grinded in a grinder machine or in a husking pedal and can be sieved through the sieving equipment. According to formula, ingredients are weighed one by one and mixed properly in a mixer machine or in a big pot. A semi-fluid state or paste will be made by stirring the mixed ingredient with water. Now, small sized ball will be made from the paste and supplied to fish as wet or moisture state. Flour or molasses can be used as binder in supplied fish feed for more stability in water. Wet or moist fish should be prepared as per requirement before daily supply. Besides using the paste, pellet or concentrated feed can be made by native pellet machine easily and economically. In this case, fillet or concentrated feed should be dried up and stored in airtight plastic bag for subsequent use. Some toxic substances are available in wild cake which are harmful to fish. That's why wild cake should be used after soaking in water for a day. The soaked water should never be used for fish feed formulation. For preparing balanced feed, 0.5 to 1% vitamin mineral premix need to be used with selected feed ingredients. Vitamin mineral premix is available in the market. Application method of supplementary feed for fish. Fish usually takes feed at daytime, so daily required feed is to be divided into two parts. One part in the morning and remaining part in the afternoon should be provided in the culture pond. On the other hand, shrimp takes feed at night and that's why they are provided at evening or night. According to species, supplementary fish feed can be provided at the rate of 10 to 20% of their body weight for fry, 5 to 10% for fingerling, and 3 to 5% for adult fish. Average body weight can be obtained by taking few fishes from the pond through casting net once a week for fry culture and once a fortnight or a month for mixed culture. Total weight of fish in the pond can be measured by multiplying average body weight with the total fish which were released initially in the pond. In this way, feed amount is to be fixed by adjusting with the bodily growth. If grass carp or shortputty are cultured in the pond, khudi hyacinth, kuti hyacinth, green grasses, helencha, soft portion of water hyacinth and various tree leaves like cabbage, spinach, banana tree leaves should be provided in the pond. For this purpose, a square side frame has to be made by using the pitch of bamboo or branches of tree. Frame should be placed in the pond water with the help of poles so that it can be stable in the same place. Above mentioned feed can be provided on this feeding frame or ring and it is to be cleaned frequently. Spreading on water dry feed can be supplied. On the other hand, moist or wet feed should be supplied on feeder tray or slight placing in the pond water 30 to 60 centimeter deep from the top. This reduces the wastage of feed. Feeds are to be supplied daily at the 3 to 4 specific areas around the pond at a certain time. This will ensure the best utilization of feed. As the growth of fish is less in winter, application of feed should be reduced to half or one-third of the normal feed supply. If the pond becomes deep green, feed applying should be stopped. If feed remains after passing enough time of feed supplied, it means that supplied feed is more and in the case of amount of feed should be reduced. Here we see two picture of agricultural technology. Left side picture show feeder of tray and right side picture show feeding frame or ring. Both two technology using for the purpose of application fish feed. Now we are going to discuss about supplementary feed for livestock and poultry. Along with conventional feed, special feeds are supplied to the livestock and poultry for increasing their production efficiency. In this way, livestock grow rapidly and becomes well nourished. Meat, egg and milk production of livestock is also increased. So feed supplementation play a very important role for livestock rearing. For discussing supplementary feed for livestock and poultry, firstly we are going to discuss about the production technology of urea molasses straw. For preparing urea molasses straw, we need straw 20 kg, urea 1 kg, water 20 liter, a medium sized pot, gunny bag and thick polythene. Now we are going to discuss about preparation method of urea molasses straw. First 1 kg urea is mixed with 20 liter of water in a bucket. Cow dung and clay mixing is used for coating around of hole. large hollow basket. Here we see a picture of dhol, and then it is to be dried. Urea solution is sprayed over the straw, placing gradually in the dhol. After placing all straw treated with the whole urea solution in the dhol, open in to be dried by gunny bag and thick polythene. After 10 days, straw is to be taken out and conserved after drying in the sun. Here we see a picture where a farmer dried the straw. Using method of urea molasses straw, 2 to 3 kg urea treated straw supplied to the cattle daily. 300 gram molasses is added to straw daily. We are going to discuss about very important supplementary feed preparation for livestock, which is urea molasses block. For preparing urea molasses block, we need wheat bran 3 kg, molasses 6 kg, urea 90 gram, salt 35 gram, edible lime 500 gram, vitamin mineral premix 50 gram, wood frame for making 1 kg block. Firstly, molasses are some vitamin mineral mixture are to be slightly condensed by heating in an iron pan. Urea, lime, salt and wheat bran are to be added in the pan after taking out of the heater. Blocks are to be prepared by putting mixed ingredient in the frame just after adding some of bran in it. Blocks are to be considered in a place free from air and light. Here we see two picture. First picture show the ingredients for making urea molasses block, and next picture show urea molasses block. Using method of urea molasses block is cattle are to be allowed for leaking 300 gram block daily. Some of the bran and salt are to be added on block if the cattle refuse leaking initially. Now we are going to discuss about another very important supplementary feed for livestock and poultry, which is algae. Algae is a kind of plant which is unicellular or multicellular, but two special types of unicellular algae species are discussed here, which may be used as livestock feed. Chlorella is the main among them. They can survive on photosynthesis by using sunlight, dissolve oxygen in water, carbon dioxide and organic nitrogen. They grow rapidly in tropical climate in Bangladesh. Algae is most prospective nutritious animal feed which may be used as the replacement of various protein-rich feed like wild caught, fish meal, etc. Algae contain 50 to 70% protein, 20 to 22% fat, 8 to 26% carbohydrate on a dry matter basis. Besides, enough vitamin C and various types of vitamin V are available in algae. It is possible to increase meat and milk production with low cost by using algae water. Necessary ingredients for algae production: algae seed, uh, artificial shallow pond or water body, clean and transparent water, black crumb or other pulse brown urea. Method of algae production. At first, an artificial water body has to be made in a plain and shady place. Water body may be 3 meter long, 1.2 meter wide and 0.15 meter deep. Its bank may be made of soil or bricks. A transparent polythene sheet containing 3.35 meter long and 1.52 meter wide should be placed for covering the bottom and bank of the water body. The area of water body may vary according to necessity. Algae can also be cultivated in manager made of soil or cement. 100-gram black gram or another pulse bran has to be soaked in 1 liter of water one night, and then water is collected by straining with a piece of cloth. In this way, bran can be used at least 3 times and then supplied to the cattle as feed. Then 200-liter clean tap water, 15 to 20 liter algae seed and black gram bran mixing water are to be mixed properly in an artificial pond. Then 2 to 3 gram urea is to be added to the pond water and mixed properly. Then algae water is stirred at least 3 times in every morning, noon, and afternoon. Clean water is to be added if the amount of water is reduced. If 1 to 2 gram urea is applied in pond at every 3 to 4 days interval, it gives good yield. Thus, after 12 to 15 days of production, algae water can be provided to cattle. In this time, algae water becomes deep green color. Algae water can be provided directly to cattle collecting from pond. Every day, it is possible to produce 50-liter algae water from a pond of 10 square meter area. After providing algae water to cattle from pond, fresh water, urea and bran mixing water can be added again in the same way to cultivate algae. No algae seed is required to add in that time. Changing algae water color from deep green to brown indicate the spoilage of culture. The new culture will need to be started. Now we are going to discuss about another two important supplementary feed for calf. Number one is milk replacer. Milk replacer, it is kind of liquid feed containing the contents available in milk which is prepared by special process, can be used for calf in place of milk. It contains 20% protein and more than 10% fat. Its ingredients are mixed with hot skim milk or water. Using method of milk replacer, zero point 0.5 to 3 liter can be provided according to the age of calves. What we needed for milk replacer, that is skim milk, 65% of ration 1, and ration 2 we don't need any kind of skim milk. For ration 1 we need we don't need any kind of skim milk powder, and for ration 2 we need 6% skim milk powder. For ration 1 we don't need any water. For ration 2 we need 60% water. For ration 1 we need 20% vegetable oils, and for ration 2 we also need 20% vegetables oils for preparing milk replacer. Whey milk, for ration 1 we need 10% whey milk, and for ration 2 we need 9% whey milk. For preparing ration 1 we need vitamin mineral premix 5%, and for ration 2 we also need vitamin mineral premix 5%. Next one is calf starter. It is special concentrate mixture suitable for feeding a calf which contain more than 20% digestible protein and less than 10% fiber. A sample calf starter needed ingredient: cotton seed 38%, corn seed 30%, barley 10%, wheat powder 10%, wheat bran 10%, bone meal 1%, common salt 1%. This is all about today's lecture. Stay home, stay safe, use mask whenever you are outside, maintain social distance, wash your hand frequently. Thanks to all.